be surprised, my friend, how many people don't agree with you. Like, the crazy narratives that these people have about what happened that day are insane.
Well, they seem to be crystallizing, because I spend more time on opposition panels than here. They seem to be crystallizing on the multiple assailants and trying, because 4 people were seen approaching the tent, and clearly all 4 people were in the midst of jumping him. And now whether the defense actually runs with that, who knows? I mean, I don't know. I think there's going to be ample evidence. There's going to be ample video evidence. There's going to be no doubt as to exactly what happened. We only have limited evidence now. And it doesn't look good for Carmelo.
And what's crazy is 2 things. Number one, those 4 people approaching that they said they saw. First of all, I also saw the video. But secondly, Austin and Hunter, if they were coming back from the field house, they would have been coming back from the left side, which is not visible on the video. So they're just making things up. They don't even know what they're talking about.
Well, I suspect. Well, you saw the video. My suspicion was that there were 4 people that walked towards the tent. And
there was a lot of people walking towards the tent because
here's the thing.
They were coming back from a lightning delay, so all the kids were coming back. You know what I mean?
Yes, but there were 4 of them that were walking aggressively, whatever that means.
All of them in black hoodies when Austin was wearing shorts and a T-shirt. Make sense.
But anyway, I also don't understand the vitriol on the opposition, because if that is the case, the video is going to show that as well. I just don't think that's very likely that they would have indicted this young man against the abundance of evidence that would clearly show that he was being jumped. I just don't think that's going to be the case.
The DA presented evidence to the grand jury over a 3-week period. You don't think there's a whole lot of evidence in this case? Come on now.
Right.
Listen, I have a video somewhere buried in my TikTok of the girls' track team from Memorial High School doing like a memorial thing for Austin, where they all wrote his name on the back of their
legs. Yes.
And if you notice this in that video, the girls were wearing
shorts,
black hoodies,
and black hoodies. Oh yeah, because that's their signature thing is to wear black hoodies with the memorial emblem on the left side to the chest.
I will say, all the people who I've talked to about seeing this video out there in Texas did not know what floor they went to. They changed their stories like numerous times. My thing is, since they're not letting anybody view it now, will they release it to the public eventually?
I hope so. I really do hope so. I think the reason that they haven't prior is because, with AI and everything now, the video could be manipulated.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
But people lie. I mean, there has been so many people that said they've seen it, and then, like I said, the stories don't match up.
That's exactly why.
That's also one of the ways they don't. When they collected the phones, they also use the phones for GPS location. So, like where people were located last night.
They're lying about what they saw in the video. And I can promise you that on everyone and everything that I love. That you cannot. That video camera is up at the top by the press box, completely across.
Who can confirm that with what you just said? The news.
Who?
News.
Right. All 4 of the news outlets all agree with me. I mean, you have to think about it. This is a regulation football field with 4 tracks around it, so it's big. And the camera that the video is from is in the press box, all the way up at the top by the press box, looking all the way across.
Look how disgusting the ass eating. I'm surprised. I'm not surprised he's ass eating, but he's saying disgusting things in the comments. Everybody go look at what he's saying so everybody knows who he is.
Crutch is probably POS, so I can't read them.
Now, you said 4 tracks. Did you mean 4 lanes or 6 lanes?
4 lanes around the entire thing. I believe it's 4. It could be 6.
It's typically 6 for most tracks. Sometimes 8.
Well, it could be 6 then. You could be right there, but I haven't been back there. I mean, I only live 11 minutes from there, but I actually went to the stadium. On my page, you can see I did a lot of perspective videos all around the whole place as to where everything is located. It's just not possible to see what they say they saw from that far away.
Well, on the Carmelo side, you tend to get, you've had multiple reports.
Thanks,
because
Patrick.
they've approached him. They lined up in front. They lined up one bench below. They surrounded him. 4 people jumped him. 6 people jumped him. I've heard all of those separate reports. So, yeah.
They chased him. And let me tell you, that's not true either, because when the incident happened, you can tell something happened because one minute is calm and then the next minute kids are running out of that tent like crazy people. And Carmelo was also one of the ones running, but they were all running like in front of him, beside him, behind him. So no one was chasing him. That's ridiculous.
Well, I suspect that certain people moved in the same direction, so that you're going to try to look. You got to make something. You're trying to come up with a defense. You have to make something out of nothing.
Even if they did chase him, they were 100% within their right to. He just poked somebody in the chest and took their life right in front of them. Any good citizen with balls in their pants that would do something about that would chase Carmelo.
But if they were chasing him, they would have caught him in the sense that, from all reports, he went up the bleachers, then back down, fell down, and then went away. It's hard to imagine that he would not have been caught if they were actually chasing him. He also wouldn't have tossed the poker if he was being chased. But that's just my opinion. We'll see what happens.
Could I ask a question? Did y'all hear one of the other reasons they didn't want him, Carmelo, in the tent? I don't know if y'all discussed this before, was that he was doing a bit too much like handsy with the girls on
well, from what I understand, he was not handsy, but he was talking recklessly to the girls before Austin and Hunter even came back. So that's what I understand, but I could be wrong too.
Yeah, I heard handsy and talking recklessly.
So but I will say this. We made that rule here in Frisco about 2 years ago that opposing teams can't go under each other's tents because so much stuff was coming up missing. So that's why they made that rule in the first damn place.
I heard that one as well. But last night or the night before, I was on, I don't know if y'all are on Food 24, THOOD 24, but they were talking about that last night. And I was like, oh, wow, I don't know if I've heard that part of it before. So that might have been another reason why he was asked to leave, because there may have been that as well. So
I know that Hunter said that he was being rude to the girls, and that's why Hunter turned around and said, man, who are you and why are you here?
Why are you talking to the girls like that?
I hope you're feeling good.
Hi, Delta, honey.
Is there any confirmation on whether he took his bus there or drove there, or whether his team was already there or not?
We don't know that either, but I will tell you this: if you look at the police report, at the very end of the police report, all the witnesses are all listed, and they're blacked out, and the schools are next to them. There's no Centennial students listed on there. Only
no Centennial students, but a Centennial coach, which suggests that the girls' team was there or something. But obviously, nobody was there in that alleged that they saw the incident.
They might have still been on their bus because of the lightning delay, right?
Well, here's the problem with that. We actually confirmed that his school was not scheduled to be there that specific day, only the day after. And then they rescheduled that same day of the track meet to Sunday.
See, I'm not even worried about all that. That's going to come out during the trial. I'm worried about the fact that he unalived a kid. He brought a pokey to school, and he unalived a kid.
No,
that's the most important thing. But Sid wants to say something, and then I'm going to rotate because we got somebody in the queue that wants to.
I'll drop, guys. Thank you very much.
I'll step down too, Daddy. I'll step down too.
All right, I love your new picture, Mouth of the South. You look very pretty in it.
Thank you.
I will say that Rob Starr and a couple of the other coaches, listen, let me just say this. We know what happened. There's zero doubt. I'm not worried about it.
No, but you know what's so funny is that what's actually really surprising is that people all of a sudden get butthurt or personally attacked when it comes to students correcting other students or physically removing other students. Like, people don't understand that actually happens in real life. And then
it does, because Austin was put in a leadership role that day.
Yeah, not only that, and based on research, there are cases in which students will intervene when there's no present adult around or nearby. It's common sense. It's okay. What? So I'm just going to let something happen just because there's no adult around?
It's literally a leader quality, actually.
All right, go ahead, Simp, and then we'll get the new person on the panel to chime in.
as pertaining to the supporting evidence of his team not being there, I mean, why is it that 3 tents or 3 canopies were put up, one of which was Memorial, but not Centennial? Centennial's canopy should have been up if his team was there. They would have had time to put it up.
Makes sense.
Carmelo will do the due diligence of helping his team putting up the tent, not doing the same other another school's team. And I don't give a shit if it's raining. The
It wasn't raining, by the way.
the rain is just a even if it was raining, it's just a nonchalant excuse to just do whatever the fuck you want. No, that's not how it works. Even though the school says find shelter, it doesn't mean go under another school's tent. There are still places in which you're supposed to go at. Going under a tent and metal bleachers is not the way to go if there's lightning.
It's just like with
Mateo, how you doing? He speaks. His first comment after being in the live and not speaking. We're happy to see you, Mateo. We're happy to see you. All right, let's get the new guy on here real fast. Down, I can't see. Can you? I think you have to talk so I can see your full name. I only see down to by Laura.
Yes, ma'am. How are you?
All right. How you doing today? He's 35?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much. And you're familiar with the case, right?
Yes.
All right. Go ahead.
Well, I just wanted to, first of all, I just want to say, man, justice for Carmelo and peace for the Metcalf family. I do understand it's a very, very, very sensitive case and topic, right? And it's very, very delicate. A lot of feelings, a lot of emotions are involved with this case. And I just want to clarify that you do have, that I do have at least, a level of empathy and understanding for the Metcalf family. I just want to make that clear. But I am in support of, Carmelo having the right to raise a claim of self-defense, and I think that he can do that relatively successfully.
with a poker, sir.
Why? Hold on. Why do you think that? Because there's 5 elements to self-defense. So tell me what those elements are and how you think he achieves them.
Name all 5 elements. Do that for us. What are the 5 elements of self-defense exactly?
Well,
down, you tried your best, but you still riled up the hornet's nest.
Right. Yeah. Well, here's what I'm not going to do. I didn't come on the panel to give a law school class, right? I'm familiar with the elements, all of the elements of self-defense. I'm not here to demeasure and measure my knowledge and prowess with the law.
Shut the fuck up. What are the 5 elements of self-defense?
Hold on, no, that's not what I asked. I asked of the 5 elements, why do you think he achieves any of them?
Because he didn't incite the altercation.
But yes, he did. He provoked it.
When you say touch,
Hey guys. Hey. Sorry, Betty. I had a long phone call. I'm so sorry. I meant to be here earlier. For at the very least, down by law, seems like he's familiar, and I don't think he wants to fight. He's not said anything overly.
Well, we were just having a conversation.
I know. Hold on, let me finish, Dallas. But I don't want him to be ganged up on because I would like to talk to him. That's okay, pretty please?
Anyway, so...
No, we're not ganging up on downtown. You feel like you're being ganged up on?
No, not yet. But I feel like it may. I feel like.
Well, we'll make sure you're not ganged up.
I feel like it may be
arguing.
Right?
It's starting, but it's starting.
So I love arguing this
I'm just saying, let's not be shut up, motherfucker, and all this, that, and the fourth, because I do want to talk to him.
Not yet. Not yet.
Hey guys, like there are going to be some things. Sorry, host, but there are going to be some things that we just don't agree with, guys. It doesn't call for us to be rude or telling people to shut up and all of that. It doesn't call for that. We're not going to agree on some of these things, and that's okay.
And I agree with that. As long as you're respectful, then you're entitled. Yeah.
There are things in life in which you can't agree or disagree. If
Can I ask you why you think that Carmelo did not provoke the situation?
Because he didn't ask for a conversation from Hunter or Austin.
I have a question for you, Down.
Hold on just a second. I want to ask a follow-up. Because from what we know from the witness statements and from Hunter, Carmelo was speaking recklessly to girls under the canopy, and that's why he was questioned as to why he was there and asked to leave. So I would say that he was the provocateur from the beginning, right?
I wouldn't say that he was a provocateur unless that conversation occurred directly to Hunter or Austin, right? That would be what, in a legal sense, that would be what you call attenuation, right? Meaning that there's a break in the action, because if Carmelo was having a conversation with anybody else underneath the tent, Austin and Hunter weren't even present. So by the time that they came, there's a break in that whole action. So they're completely separate situations.
Right, but we do know that Austin was put in charge of the tent. He's the one that put it up. He was asked to watch over the tent and asked to watch over the kids stuff under the tent. So if Austin came back to his tent and noticed a stranger, right, that wasn't on their team,
if he was supposed to be in charge of the tent, he should never left the tent. Number one.
Him harassing 15-year-old girls. And you have to remember too, these aren't girls that are 17 like the boys. These are 15-year-olds. Mm-hmm. Then don't you think that with the authority that he was given that day, that he felt like it was within his purview to ask him to leave?
So you said a lot there, Dallas. You said a whole lot. So let me see. You did. So let me deal with this first, right? Like, how can, there's leadership and then there's lawful legal authority, right? And this is what really Dallas makes the situation a very sad situation, because there's a conflict even with those that believe that Austin had the leadership role. It does not empower him legally to approach anyone, for that matter, and request them to move from where they have a right to be.
But he didn't have a right to be there.
So why do you say that he didn't have a right to be there?
I live here. I raised my children. You said a lot right there. I live here. I raised my children here, my grandchildren. I have a senior that goes there. So I am very I have a good sense of the rules. The rules are that the kids do not go under opposing teams' tents because things come up missing. They know they're not supposed to do that.
So is that it? Are we conflating UIL rules with Texas Penal Code?
No, because it's not even a UIL rule. It is a Frisco ISD rule.
Okay, so are we conflating Frisco ISD rules with the Texas Penal Code?
No, because Austin wasn't saying I have a legal right to ask him to leave. What Austin said,
he didn't ask him for his license and registration.
Right.
Damn.
What Austin
spoke to him.
What Austin had was the leadership role to ask him to leave where he wasn't supposed to be. It has nothing to do with whether it was lawful or not, because the law wasn't involved at that point.
So whenever the Constitution, both the Texas State Constitution and the United States Constitution applies all the time and everywhere. Hold on. So can I? You're talking over me. I'm being respectful,
sir. You're.
All right. I want you to finish your thought, and then I want to ask anybody else that wants to chime in to rebuttal it, and then I got to introduce the new guest. He's been sitting there waiting for a while.
So yes, ma'am. So again, the Texas State Constitution and the United States Constitution is applicable everywhere, right? And I'm being respectful.
Maui, quit, honey.
No,
let him land his plane, and then I'm going to let you guys rebuttal before I get the new guest in, okay? Let him land his plane. Go ahead, Dan.
Okay, so again, the Constitution, both the state and federal Constitution, applies everywhere. And a person has a right to be free from illegal searches and seizures. So in order for a person to request or demand or touch a person to move them, they would have to be empowered with some lawful authority, not a leadership role, Alex.
That's right, but I'll let someone else answer you.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, who wants to give a reply to that?
Yeah, sir, I don't know where. Hold on, Sam.
Let Big Mary talk, and then Sim, I'll let you talk. But then I got to introduce the new guy, okay?
Sir, I don't know if you've recently been in school, but that's not a new concept where students hold other students accountable. It's literally not even new. Especially when you've been asked multiple times to move and you refuse to do so, expect something physical going to happen. That's just how it is. And I don't get where you get this idea that, it wasn't against the law. Sir, when you break a school policy, legal action oftentimes gets triggered at that point. If they really want to take it there, it seems to me that you're one of the type of people who just wants to play the system, test the waters unnecessarily.
One of the type of people.
And you yourself probably don't even abide by authority. Only if it benefits you.
Them and
we
their
don't know that.
relics.
Okay,
Yes,
let's
it's
get
why.
Sim in here real fast.
Yeah,
we
don't
don't know if he's a law-abiding citizen. We can't.
I don't even have a response for that.
Yeah, let Sim get in. Sim, go ahead.
As I was saying, if someone walked onto your property, then you're saying that they don't have a legal right. You don't have a legal right to ask them to move or to tell them to move or escort them off of your property.
Oh, I agree with that. I agree with that premise. Absolutely.
Now we look at it as pertaining to the school.
Okay, so
the tent was not public property.
It was Memorial.
Some baddies page.
That's what I'm getting ready to get to.
No, you're getting ready
It's private property to be on someone's home. It's public property to be on Christmas.
All right, let's get him in here real fast. He's been sitting there waiting patiently without interrupting nobody. Can I get your age real fast?
Great, 55.
All right, you familiar with the case?
Yeah, very, very.
All right, go ahead. You have the floor.
Thank you. You're doing a good job with the panel. I just wanted to say, I wanted to interject that I thought objectively, and I feel like the panel is doing that objectively, that there's nothing wrong with anybody's opinion. And I think that way go a little awry. Like, I feel at this point, the case it's how you look at it. I feel that there was a issue here in terms of self-defense. I felt like there was a area where he felt, and this is just my opinion, where he felt that his safety and his physicality were being threatened. And I feel like it's going to be on the courts, not us, not our public opinion, not how we feel in research, but I think the courts will determine clearly who here was really, really the victim. We can say what we want, but we don't have enough information legally. There's nobody here that it was an eyewitness.
Absolutely, we know that.
Nobody
this is just a panel of public opinion. We're just sitting here chatting. Nobody's going to be on that jury. We're just sitting here chatting. What we have a right to do. Go ahead, Cassie.
Sequestered ourselves, and we will not be a jury. That is for sure. You guys, Mr. Grizzly and Down, I'm super glad that you're here, because sometimes, we want to have these conversations with people, but a lot of times it gets crazy, off the bat, and we can't, and then it just turns into a bunch of mudslinging. And in the name of Jesus, I am so tired of TikTok smoke. I want no more. Let it be said. I want no more drama. But I would like to ask both of y'all a question. We can talk about the parameters of the 10, of the kids, of the 5.5, of all of that, right? And those are relative variables. I love saying that. It's an algebraic term, relative variables. But one thing that we can't refute, whatsoever, is that this guy right here in this picture is 6 feet under, and he is no longer with us. That is a fact. And we can talk about that. And till Jesus comes back. That is an absolute, undeniable fact.
You fucked around and found out.
Also, another fact is that Carmelo Anthony has been charged with M1. And when I talk about this case, I like to talk about the fact that he's been charged and indicted with M1. And I think that this case, the relative variables are going to come down to about 30 seconds. Before he chose to reach in his bag, pull out that poker, and put it in somebody else's chest and take their life, because he's not with us anymore. He's gone. God bless Megan. She will be in my prayers. You know what I'm saying? That she is in my prayers. This is a mother's worst nightmare, you know? So when I look at it, I think what's going to go down in the jury, in the courtroom, the defense, the prosecutor, the 30 seconds before that happened. And unfortunately, I think Carmelo's a piece of crap for what he did. That's my opinion, right? Because he took somebody's life. And that's like the biggest no-no in our court system. That's the biggest no-no in the Bible.
Piece of crap.
It's the top 10, you know, the commandments, thou shalt not. And he did. So, and God knows I've thought about it a couple times in my life, but I never have, because that's the big no-no. We're not supposed to do that. So, he's charged with M1, and he's claiming self-defense. So, unfortunately, they're going to have to prove that something happened with not Hunter, not the canopy, not the bleachers, not the girls, not the mascot, not the concession stand, but this guy right here that's unalive. Not the girls, not the mascot, not the concession stand, but this guy right here that's unalive. For somebody taking his life, and I don't know if anybody can tell me that he actually did anything.
And Cassie, one of the other the 5 elements. Unfortunate.
Yeah, they're going to have to prove that Austin Metcalf had a grenade on him, that he pulled out a Ziploc baggie with like some anthrax and some extra vid. Like, what did he do that put Carmelo in a mental space that he thought, I've got to take his life or my life will be ended, right? Like, what in the... Somebody tell me what the hell this young man had or did or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
So it's a... when it comes to proportionality, even in my defense of supporting, you know, Carmelo, I've always said that the strongest argument, right, that the state will have is proportionality. That's their strongest argument. It's not provocation. It's not the fact that he brought a poker on the property. It's provocation is where the strength of their argument is. I do not agree with the officer, whoever said that it has to be proportionate.
It does. It's in the Texas Penal Code.
Let me think. Okay, I'm getting ready to recite it.
Penal Code.
I'm getting ready to recite it for you, right? It says if a person or the actor reasonably believes that serious bodily injury, right, or unaliving is there. So it's according to his reasonable belief that will be permit whether or not it was
Dallas.
Dallas. I'm going to leave, but I want to make a point real quick. Actually, you're wrong. It's that no one on that jury or in that courtroom is going to care what Carmelo believed. That jury's instruction is going to be to base their opinion on what a reasonable person would have thought and felt at that moment, not what Carmelo thought and felt. What a reasonable person, no reasonable person in their right mind would poke someone for being pushed.
Well, how does the code read, though, guys?
So let me tell you something.
It's based on the reasonable person standard, not his reasons alone.
Right. So if I could finish, because I understand what you're saying. You're kind of right that, you know, Carmelo's going to say that this is what I believe was going to happen. Absolutely. I'm with you on that 110%. But they're not, like, the burden is not on the defense. I mean, not on the prosecutor like it usually is, right? Because usually they have to prove you're innocent until proven guilty. He's already said, I did it, and they're claiming self-defense. So now they have to walk back through and get the jury to believe that he was right in what he did. He doesn't have to convince them that he reasonably thought that this was going to happen, so he did it. The jury's going to look at it and say, a reasonable, prudent person, I think is what it says, if they would have done the same thing. So,
it's not based on Carmelo's feelings alone. Ashley,
right. So what
So
what the defense is going to have to prove is that something went down in that 30 seconds. Hell, I'll even give you a minute. Let's double it. Something went down in 60 seconds that the jury is going to believe that Austin was finna do something to him. He was going to take something off of him. He was going to steal his femur, harvest his organs, do something. He was going to do something to cause major bodily harm to him, and that this was justified for his life to be over now. And I'm telling you right now, and whatever that other bald one's name is, they gonna have to prove that Austin had something on him that could have hurt him immensely. Him being a football player and 2 inches taller than him is not gonna work, because they're both about equal size, equal measure, equal athletes, etc.
No, they're not. 225 and 160 is not equal.
If he ain't got no pin or rope on him, if he don't have,
and you got 4 versus 1.
I'm sorry. I'm just telling you, the jury is going to have to decide. I'm done. We're done in 2 seconds. The jury is going to have to look at this, and the defense, Carmelo's attorneys, are going to have to prove, without a shadow of a doubt, that Carmelo's life is in danger. And I just don't see it happening at 9:53 Kirkendall Stadium.
Okay, so you're wrong, right? There's not a.
What an asshole!
You're wrong.
I'm going to be clear, and there's a reason why I can definitively say you're wrong, right?
Nope, wrong.
So here's and wrong in regards and wrong in regards to this. So the 9.31
sound like she got mad.
Except as
don't come to her panel no more.
Subsection B, a person is justified in using force against another when and to the degree the actor reasonably believes the force is immediately necessary to protect the actor against the other use of attempted use of unlawful force. The actor's belief.
What is that? What does Austin do?
Hold on. I didn't interrupt you, Cassie.
I understand the law just like you do.
Hold on. The actor's belief.
Listen,
that the force,
you might learn something.
That the force was immediately necessary as described by this subsection is presumed to be reasonable if the actor, and it goes down. So, to the point of where the jury will be instructed or that the defense has a burden, they only have a burden to raise self-defense. The standard of raising that burden is by the preponderance of evidence. It's a very low standard. It's a very low standard. The shift of the burden of proof beyond a reasonable doubt is never relinquished from the state just because a defendant is raising self-defense. They still have the burden of proving him guilty of unalive.
All right, let's get the new panelists on a Hog Life. It looks like you changed your name. Did you change your username?
Can you hear me?
Kind of. It's kind of weak, but yeah, go ahead.
Hog Life X?
Nah, just Hog Life. They made put the X in front of it.
Yeah, he's been on the panel before.
What kind of hogs you got? You got some blue butts, some Durocs. What you got? Some Hampshires?
Nah, I got no hog.
Oh, okay. Are you calling them hogs?
I've been sitting here listening, man, to the panel. About lots of entertaining. Y'all make some really good points. I think a lot of times, man, that we get so caught up in it, man, that we forget that, both of these are 2 17-year-old boys, test rolls high, et cetera. Everybody has their right to self-defense, but it's how you use it is what'll get you jammed, right? And my personal opinion, how it was utilized by Anthony on Austin was completely unjustified, and it's puzzling to me that you have people that get on these panels and will really try their damnness to justify the actions of Anthony based off of how he felt if he was going to get pushed, right?
Coconut.
The bleachers were wet. He could have failed. Blah 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 blah. Like we can sit here and you can go back and forth with that whole situation, with the whole what ifs, the tents and stuff like that. But the fact of the matter is always going to remain the force that he used against Austin was unjustified. Okay. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. You put lipstick on a pig, still a pig. So it's just we get into the penal codes and the UILs and blah 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 blah. When it's all said and done, he still is going to have to prove to the state of Texas,
and he will,
that his actions was justified.
And he will.
Okay. Now listen, the way you say Texas, I already know you're from Arkansas. What part?
From Texas.
Right.
So let me ask you a question, a genuine question, X-Hall.
Real fast down. I haven't heard from GS for a while. Did you want to chime in on anything? GS?
I muted him because he had some background. He was typing and taking out the trash and all that other stuff. So I muted him. But you can. It was just noisy.
I was about to say something to Dell.
So I wanted to. Oh, go ahead. Sis.
I just feel like it's a good discussion. And again, I feel like the speculation part. She asked me to speak.
No, I was like, who is talking in the background? My bad.
I feel like the speculation, the speculation along the lines of legality. I get the morality. Nobody feels bad. I have a 17-year-old. Nobody feels worse about what happened to the family, and no life should ever be lost under any circumstances, especially when it comes to our youth. So I'm totally in agreement that a life shouldn't have been lost, but unfortunately we're covering the legality of it. And if you remove the moral ground and then the legality of it, it becomes a different picture. Right. And that's unfortunately where we are. And that's just the American jurisprudence. That's just the system that's allowed to take place when tragedies happen.
Well,
whether you're for it or against
even Carmelo isn't justified legally for what he did either. So what are you
that's not an opinion. That's not an issue for me to make. That's not an issue really, but that's an opinion.
And then
that's not an opinion you want to have. If that's not an issue for you, then maybe this isn't the panel for you because that's what we're talking about.
And I don't have a problem with it, but I'm saying from a personal standpoint.
Okay, then what's your point?
I'm making my point. I'm telling you.
You already made it very.
Bro, I'm not here to debate with you. I'm not here to put the host gave me the floor, and that's it.
Not argue.
All right. Okay, exactly. Because the host gave me the opportunity.
Let him land his plane.
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand that, bro. You can let me down. No, you know what you can do? No, you can let me down. Let's do that. Thank you. Let me down. Thanks for having me.
All right, have a good one.
Grizzly,
thank you.
Follow. Have a good one.
So I had a question for X-Hog. And I'm going to after he gets a chance to respond, I'm going to ask you about too. But X-Hog, you came on the panel and you said that you believe, based upon the same facts and information that we have, that Carmelo was wrong and he does not qualify for self-defense. But then you turned around and said that we can't do the same thing and have a difference of opinion relying on the same facts and law. So aren't you doing, by saying that Carmelo does not qualify, doing the same thing that we're doing, saying that he does qualify? Yes or no?
No. So what? So
did you say that when you came on the panel?
Coconut.
That everybody has their right to self-defense.
You answered the question. Did you get on the panel and say that you do not believe that Carmelo Anthony qualifies for self-defense? Yes or no?
He don't. I never said that. If he
yes,
qualifies
he
for
did.
I said how I feel.
For having me up.
Okay.
He said it.
Before you drop, he don't have self-defense. He was the promoter.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, yeah.
And read 942.
You guys,
you go read it.
Okay. Right.
All right, Randy. Welcome to the panel. What would you like to add to it?
I just think it's sickening myself. I go to different panels and I listen to all the scenarios that people make up, and it's just sickening.
What's so funny is that Down thought he was cooking until he realized he effed up when he brought up 9.31. That only applied to force, unlawful force, not unlawful, unlawful force.
Oh, they always think they're cooking when they talk about this case. They don't seem to realize that Carmelo's not going to be the first kid to unalive somebody on school property and get away with it. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, when he brought up 9.31, he already effed up. He already effed up when he said unlawful force. Like, sir, it's unlawful force, not unlawful unaliving force. You already disputed my point. No, but people also forget that there are cases, there are topics in which you really cannot have a debate or even like have a side on. People forget that there are things in life where you can't really take a side.
Austin's taking a dirt nap. All because of his brother.
Under no
Hunter needs to come
is it defensible or make it right
clean. Hunter needs to come clean.
Nobody on this panel is going to willingly defend their 16, 17-year-old child taking an object like that to school or a track meet and utilizing it when you're pushed. You're just not going to do that.
They think that life is like they've probably do this with like different topics and stuff. They think life is just abstract, like it's just opinionated based. Like you do realize there are facts in real life that happen. Like you can't dispute the fact that 2 + 2 = 4. You can't dispute the fact that there's 2 genders.
20.
This is about race or anything else, or like politics or PPP control, then I understand.
Yeah, what's going on? Hey, let me drop down and come back up on another device, please. All right. I'll be right.
Hey, we got somebody new to the panel. Can I get your age real fast?
57.
All right, you familiar with the case?
Yeah, well, I was listening to it when it first happened, but I kind of got off because everybody keep going back and forth and like they know what's really going to happen. But my question was, isn't Texas a stand your ground state?
Yes, apparently he's not claiming stand his ground.
No, what I'm saying is, you saying he's not claiming that, but I'm asking you, isn't it a stand your ground state? Okay, so I believe that that's the problem with that state. See, sometimes we gotta blame
his ground. Okay.
Well, no, what I'm saying is sometimes you have to blame the laws at some point. Because in Texas, a lot of people walk around with guns and stuff all in their hands. So what I'm saying is, like where I'm from in California, if we was able to walk around with guns in our hands, it'd be less murders.
You gotta say pew pew.
Sorry. That's what I'm saying. That's why I really don't come up with a lot. I'm sorry, but pew pew.
That's why we told you.
You know what I'm saying? So basically, it's sad that this happened to these 2 kids, though, right? But what I'm saying is, I'm blaming the Texas itself because of the laws that they have. You know what I mean? Because you got stand your ground laws, so that means that you can stand your ground. See, it's 2 different things with stand your ground and the other one.
They don't want to hear that.
I'm kind of trying to
Sir, is it the problem with the law, or is it people interpreting the law the wrong way?
Well, that too, but I'm saying, like, stand your ground and self-defense is 2 different things, though.
Okay, but then again, it's still
they don't understand that.
No, I'm not saying that the kid was at fault for doing what he did. What I'm saying is, as far as the law itself, it's called stand your ground that they have in Texas.
I'm gonna kick somebody's fucking ass.
We're acting like that this stuff never happens like what happened, though, right?
Yeah.
So you're saying that he was standing his ground?
No, yeah, I do believe that he was standing his ground.
Okay, but how can you answer my question. How can you stand your ground when you're under another school's tent?
Well, hey, bro, I've been to school before, right?
Okay,
I've been to school before, but I'm saying at a track meet, we go into everybody's tent, though, bro.
Okay, but then again, they didn't know who Carmelo was.
With that fucking excuse.
No, I understand. Hey, bro, look, first of all, I'm going to come with respect on this panel. You know what I'm talking about? I'm just asking a question, brother.
Okay, respect with a valid answer, with a valid question, not a nonsensical question. That's how you can keep me respected.
Okay, well, I'm going to respect you on that note, but still I want to be respected. Hey, bro, but listen to this, though. So, did the kid come there intentionally did he have a problem with the kid before?
No.
This occurred? No, right? So, that being said, right, how come he just didn't go get
See how they make excuses?
the main people at this track meet to remove a kid?
Womp, womp, womp.
You see what I'm saying, though?
Lady Gaga. Lord Gaga, you need to go get them.
Why didn't
Come get them.
And why are you trying to shift the blame on someone else who had a bigger responsibility?
That's where they are. Dallas lady was up there.
Okay,
she hurried up and got down.
Take matters into your own hands and take a weapon to school.
All right, bro. Okay, all right.
They on Baddies panel.
What I'm saying is, Carmelo.
We want you to show us proof that he was bullied.
Come on and get him.
Okay, none of us show proof.
Baddie.
He wasn't there, though. We just talked.
Then shut the fuck up saying he was bullied, you dumb fuck.
Hey, blood. You know what, brother? See, I'm
get him.
Respectful dude, brother. But you want to come off like that, see, people like. Wait, let me just say this.
Dallas lady ran. She just ran not too long ago.
I'm disrespecting y'all by saying what I'm saying, but I'm giving you my
Let's be respectful to each other.
Yeah,
they got room for you. Come get them.
You really don't even know me, cuz I'm coming over here asking you a question. I'm asking you a question, though, brother.
That's where we at right here.
I don't know nothing about what happened, bro.
On
I
this
just know
panel.
that Texas is a stand-your-ground state with a whole bunch of people walking around with weapons, right?
Austin's taking a dirt nap.
That being said, why would you even approach anyone?
Why are you carrying a weapon? No, why are you carrying a weapon to school? First and foremost.
If people but you believe that he's the only person that had a weapon. Let me ask you this, though, bro.
Come on, Lord Gaga.
He was the only person at that school that had a weapon.
Sir, it doesn't matter. He got caught with
No.
Here's the blame shifting.
Does matter,
sir.
Everybody, it's just hey.
You know what? This is why I just be listening, bro. Because when somebody else give their opinion, you on your opinion. So let me ask you this.
Sir, Mr. Sir, howdy do. Hey, how are ya?
Yes.
Looks like Mama needs to step in. Now, you boys quit that fussing and fighting now. We ain't having all this. That's enough.
Wah.
Let me clarify for you. Well, not clarify, but like my understanding of what you're saying is if you were to put yourself in Carmelo's shoes, you feel like Carmelo would have thought because this is Texas and everybody has a weapon and it's the Wild Wild West that I got to be strapped. Is that kind of what you're saying?
I believe that.
Okay. I couldn't. Hold on. Man, I don't know why y'all want to be mean. Go outside and fight. That's what you want to do. Don't be doing this shit.
Hey, Bish, first of all, ma'am, listen, I'm not even coming. I don't even know who that guy is, though. So I don't talk trash to people that I don't know, though. You see what I'm saying?
I don't think you're.
I don't even know where you at, bro. I'm disregarding that.
I don't think you're being disrespectful, Maui. You're at a 10. Could you at least roll it to a 6, 7?
I'm sorry. Okay. I try to lower it down, but I'm kind of like on speaker, though, so it kind of might sound loud.
No, I don't think you're saying anything wrong. I think they disagree with what you're saying, and they're being asses about it. But I wanted to clarify, if you're looking at Carmelo's side, you feel like he thought that he had to have that because it's Texas, and it's like a pro-weapon state, right?
Come on, Lord Gaga. Come get him.
Pokey when he went to school. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, as far as the law, everybody is carrying something. Is what I'm saying.
You think so?
Yeah, I do believe so. So what I'm saying, what I was trying to say was that in that state, I'm not going to approach anyone with a problem if I know somebody is a possibility that he can be carrying something. I'm not saying that it was right that he had the poker on him or what happened. I just believe that the kid should have went and got somebody else to remove him, is what I'm saying.
You know what? Absolutely, I agree with you 100%. I would have given, just a second, please, guys. Absolutely, please stop. I agree with you 1,000%. I would give anything. I bet Miss Megan Metcalf. I bet Hunter. I bet everybody there. Let's not forget the whole situation started at 9:53, and then you see Carmelo Anthony running out the tent at 9:55. So we're talking about less than 2 minutes. So I would give anything if a teacher would have come up and intervened.
That's right.
My
That's a real nice argument.
Hold on. Can I please fucking finish for the love of God? What I'm trying to say is that I think
These
that
filthy mouths.
it was less than 2 minutes. I don't
And
think
she's a
my
woman.
opinion. No, this is my opinion. I don't think anybody thought anything was about to pop off. I think for me, it may have looked kind of normal, or I think kids are on their phone and they're talking, and some people are paying attention, but they're really not. And everybody's just doing what they're doing. I don't think anybody knew that this was going to pop off. This is a very affluent place. They got nice uniforms, good stadiums. Everybody's in a nice home. Everybody's parents got a good 401k. These kids are soft. They don't come up on like good Wi-Fi and Starbucks. Ain't none of these children ever had a window unit, and it shows. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody
window AC
knew.
unit? Is that what you're saying?
So, but hold on just a second. Hold on just a second. Let me make my point. Let me make my point. Sir, please go on mute.
No, that was funny.
Yeah, but so what I'm trying to say is, Mr. Tone 3 Love. I think that we could we can go back and forth all day long about the poker, but at the end of the day, it is in my opinion, and I think that the law backs me up, that Carmelo Anthony would have got charged with the exact same thing of M1 if he'd have grabbed a pair of scissors from a teacher's desk, if he would have used a number 2 pencil. I think when I talk about, okay, let's talk about M1, which is what he's charged with and what he's going to have to go to court for and what he's going to have to, have a self-defense case based around, it's because somebody was unalived.
Yeah. Correct.
I don't care if he got a Star Wars Death Star lightsaber and put it in his chest. The fact that he put something in his chest and it took his life, that is the problem here.
Yes, I understand.
And we can talk about the variables a lot if we want to. That's fine. But I don't think that's going to get us anywhere. He would have got the exact same charge if he would have used a number 2 pencil that was fresh out the whatever thing.
It's first degree. Correct. That's from
Does that make sense?
Can we get your
it makes a lot of sense, but
plaintiff is saying first degree murder.
Hey, Maddie, I'm going to drop down and come back up because I don't have any mod powers. Something's going on.
Really?
Did you break up with me?
No, we can.
Can we get? We still got access.
Can we get back together?
No, you got it, girl. Something's.
I got dumped. Yeah, let me.
Okay, Aaron, I need to get your age real fast.
I'm gonna drop down and come back.
I'm 35.
All right. Then what's your thoughts here?
This is a case. If you pay attention, all the way from Rodney King to George Floyd to everything now. This is one of the best that have kept their cards to their defense, other than that representative for Carmelo's family.
Dominique Alexander.
And that got shut down. That got nipped in the butt immediately. So we're just going to have to wait. We really are going to have to wait until the trial happens.
See, I saw you come up here. Stay your fucking ass up out of our room. Seriously, don't fucking come in here. Don't request up on our panels. Don't fucking come in this room, period.
Yeah, we're trying to have.
See you in here again. You're getting fucking blocked.
Who is that, Oopsie? Who did you say?
Oopsie. I accepted her up.
Oh, I saw Oopsie this morning. Wasn't I talking to her this morning?
She's a disruptor. There's absolutely zero reason to talk to that stupid piece of shit.
No, I don't think it was.
It's really impressive that they've kept evidence under wrap that we don't even know what the size of the blade was. Nobody does.
That's because of how the public is acting. It's because of how the public is acting. They're taking all this bullshit and making up rumors.
Hey, Daddy.
And lying and all this other crap. So of course, they're going to keep a lot of details out of the public eye because they don't want it the truth being stretched any further than it already is.
Truth is not being told, especially by Hunter. Hunter's story has changed 3 times. Womp womp.
Can I ask a question? If just saying if the kid end up being innocent, how you gonna feel about that? The guy that was cussing at you, how you gonna feel about that if it end up being?
It's gonna happen, so I'm not worried about it.
Not gonna happen.
If he's innocent, oh my God!
Hold on. If
Hell of a kid.
You gotta be a fucking idiot if you believe
Yeah,
that.
I would go down and find him.
Some of y'all gonna be looking crazy.
Man, all I'm doing is asking y'all a question. All you gotta do is ask the question, dude. You ain't gotta be.
I was about to.
I just said,
offended though, dude.
if Carmelo was found innocent,
I got my own. Hey, bro, but I'm saying I have my own opinion though, right? Do I got my own opinion?
yeah, I just said if the court found Carmelo innocent,
Womp womp
I
womp.
would go down
They don't like the
there,
truth, man.
down to Abilene, Texas, and then drive to where he was and say, "I'm buying you a beer." We're drinking.
Hold on. Maybe one person that
Some of
unalived
y'all
somebody
gonna
on
be
school property got away with it. I want you to name one person that got away with it.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Otherwise,
I guess I'm flying down to Abilene.
Hold on.
And I'm going to go drive and give him a beer.
I do know a lot of people. I do know a lot of people in Texas that got off on Stand Your Ground.
Okay, but was that in
have
school?
no type of.
It wasn't on school ground.
It don't matter where it was at, though. It don't matter.
Yes, it does. There are extenuating.
Though, right?
Name one person that unalived somebody at school and got away with it. Name one fucking person.
They getting on my nerves. They starting to cuss too much. I gotta go.
Unalive somebody at school, though. How many people done that, though?
Dude, that's different. That's like, you might as well have